What is good, YouTube? What is good, YouTube is your girl, Fantasy Football Girl's Advice, coming at you with another banger of a question from Dylan. Dylan, man, sometimes I wish that, my channel would be monetized so I could send you guys my subscriber stuff. Because Dylan has been asking great football questions for a while now. And I'm here to answer them if I can. Or I'll look that stuff up and give you an answer in my own words. But, man, Dylan, I greatly appreciate you asking these questions because this is why I love football, fantasy football, and stuff like that. I just love this stuff. So, let's get on with your questions. Now, you asked me who will win the college football this year. Honestly, with the new college 12-team playoffs, I don't know. But as you can see, I'm hoping it's Notre Dame or Indiana. But if your team has 2 losses, and even if you're not even in the top 10, like Alabama lost twice, half of these the schools are going to be in. So I don't know. I don't know how the college playoffs is going to work out. I don't know about the bowls and stuff like that, what they're going to do with that. We'll see. But for the pros, if it's not my Colts or Bears winning the Super Bowl, I would really like to see the Detroit Tigers win it because they have never won the Super Bowl. And I'm not throwing no shade to no Detroit Lions fan or Detroit Lions or nothing. I would like to see you guys win. There, you got a Bears fan on here saying, if it's not her Bears or her Colts, I would like to see the Lions versus what other team? Damn sure not Houston Texans, so I'm not even gonna say them. Oh yeah, I'll say Houston Texans. I want to see teams that haven't been to the Super Bowl make the Super Bowl if it's not my team. Now, you got a couple other hard questions there. I would like to figure out how I could go live with people on YouTube. So if anybody knows how to go live with people on YouTube, let me know in the comment section. You asked, what is the West Coast offense? Let me explain how I know this offense pretty well. Is because the greatest quarterback in football history, Joe Montana, played for my Fighting Irish, okay? So when he went to the Niners, they had one of the top 5 greatest coaches ever in football, Bill Walsh. I think I said his name right. And he came up with this system that, man, you got to have a pocket passer. You have to have precise timing. Quick, medium passes to extend the defense, right? And then you got Jerry Rice. You got Dwight Clark. I did have to look up these names because there was this one guy, I think it's J.J. Stokes, but it's you had Jerry Rice, J.J. Stokes, Dwight Clark, and then you had their fullback, which I forgot about, which was Roger Craig. And then they had Ricky Waters, too. So they had good pieces to run this great offense. And all it is a precise quarterback with timing. Let me make sure I got it. West Coast, mainly passing overrun plays, quick, precise passings to create mismatches in rhythm. That's what, I gotta go old school, so I write everything down. I would tell you to go watch the 1985, the 1985, around those years, 84, 85, 86, around those years of Joe Montana. And watch the chemistry he has just with his wide receivers, his tight ends, and his running backs. I mean, it's like a ballet to how they have their rhythm down so well. in that type of offense. Let's see. Who are my 5 defensive players right now? This one was kind of hard because, you got your regular J.J. Watts, Fred Warner, Khalil Mack. I want to say his name is either Cam Hayward. Yeah, he's for the Steelers. But the guy for the Saints, I forget his name. Then you have, hey, just like that, I forgot all the players, man, that I liked. I should have wrote that down. Cam Jordan. I think that's the guy for the Saints. Micah Parsons. Except for Fred Warner and maybe J.J. Watts, I just don't see the hunger that I used to see in defensive players. Because you gotta understand, I grew up loving, the 80s Niners, the Giants when it was LT, and the Bears, the Monsters of the Midway with Richard Dent and Otis Wilson and Steve McMichael, and then you had Michael Singletary, Ronnie Lott. So I don't have really too many good defensive players. Jalen Carter, maybe? Yeah, no. I don't really have any good defensive players that I'm watching or looking out for. I'll be like, ooh, wow, I gotta hold on watching my Colts to see this player. So that's... I'll work on that question and get back to you on that, but I still like the 80s defense, 80s and 90s defense. Maybe 2000, but just now, with going to more of a touch the quarterback than to tackle the quarterback. You asked about the new kickoff. I've been watching XFL since the first time it came out with Vince McMahon. I like what Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, is doing right now, and I love the kickoff because, one, it puts player safety ahead of anything, and two, it just makes it entertaining, So I like it, but I've been knowing about it since the XFL and watching that. Do I like the Giants offense? I mean, I do have, and I am going to mix this in with doing some waiver wires, but I do have running back Tyrone Tracy as maybe a plug and play. So you got Tyrone, you got Singletary, Neighbors, Wan'Dale Robinson, and I think Sterling. I think he's still there, but, it all comes down to Danny Dimes, man. And that offensive line of the Giants, Jiminy Christmas, can you guys protect anybody? I mean, the offense is okay. The play calls are okay. The offensive line is trash. And you just paid, over $100 million to a quarterback that is a okay quarterback? Who do the Jets get for head coach? I was in this chat room called NFL Rejects on Pal Talk. And I brought up, maybe Bill Belichick will go to the Jets. And that got declined quickly because apparently not Bill Walsh, but Bill Belichick doesn't like the Jets owners. So this is what I want to say, Mr. Dillon. Whoever, Mike McCarthy might be an option. I mean, let's get the whole Green Bay Packers to the Jets. Because let's be real. Unless Aaron Rodgers approves of the head coach, you don't know who's going to be there. Because he has the head coach and the quarterback can't really be bumping heads. I don't think. But Dylan, I hope this answers some of your questions. Like I said, man, if you want my top defenses, go watch the 85 Bears, the Monsters of the Midway. Those are the defensive players that I love. As for who's winning college, I have no clue. It's a 12-team playoff now, so that's all up in the air. But Dylan, my question to you is, are you a Patriot fan? If so, do you think that people should pick up Drake May? And I do have, I think his name is DeMarcus Robinson. Or DeMarco Douglas, I'm sorry. You guys play the Jags. So let me know in the comment section if you think people should pick up Drake May. I got him right here, 14% owned, and we are going into the waiver wires right now. 14% owned, and he plays the Jags. But the thing is, they got to go over the water to London. And the only two quarterbacks that are off today is Dak Prescott and Caleb Williams. So I don't think anybody's hurting on quarterbacks. But if you are, and Sam Darnold isn't out there, you might want to look at Drake May. Or how about Tank Bigsby? ETN is hurt. And he gets most of the targets now. They play the Patriots. Patriots defensive line is. I also got on waivers Juju, 18% rostered ESPN, 31% rostered on Yahoo. And as I said, Pop Douglas, DeMarco Douglas, he's 20% rostered on ESPN, 14% rostered on Yahoo. I said YouTube. And he leads the team in targets. And plus the Jags suck. I hope the Patriots win, because the Jags are in my division. I said Sam Darnold, Andy Dalton. He might be. Jalen Daniels is a monster right now. And usually this is only my second year, and I've been doing fantasy football for 15 plus years, that I picked up rookies. Last year was CJ Stroud. This year is Jalen Daniels. So will it be a back and forth type of game? Drake May, 14% owned, plays the Jags. Pick him up. I'd pick him up over Justin Herbert. But that's just me. Isaac Gerardo plays for the 49ers. Only because Jordan Mason is hurt and CMC is not playing either. But I'm hearing that Jordan Mason might play through the AC sprain. Then you got Ty Chandler. Aaron Jones is hurt. The Lions lost Aiden Hutchinson, but that defensive line is still going to be good to go. So I don't know about that. And like we just talked about the Giants, and Tyron Tracy, 53% owned, plays the Eagles. And I didn't think he was going to be I thought he was just going to be in between the tackles type of running back, but no, he's catching passes now. I got Blake Corum on here, 21% owned. No, I wouldn't take Alexander Madison. The Bucks. I just don't, I got old boy Tank Bigsby and Sean Tucker. I don't know about that. Uh-oh. I don't know who this is, so you're going to have to be. Michael Wilson for the Cardinals, 27% owned. That'd be a short term as a plug and play or a stream, because CeeDee Lamb's out. You got DJ Moore out. You could sneak him in. Romeo Doubs, because the Packers like to switch wide receivers that they throw to. Noah Fant is 20% owned, and he plays Atlanta. Atlanta allows the 9th most fantasy points to tight ends. I mean, you can have him, Jonnu Smith. Is David Njoku coming back? because he had a high ankle sprain and a knee sprain. Xavier Legette, he gets 77% of the snaps. And I'm sorry, but let's bring this up with Keenan Coleman and the Bills. Amari Cooper is the number 1 wide receiver for the Bills, right? Put Keenan Coleman into the slot, man. Because he can't. It's not working where he's playing right now. And he's big, he's physical. I'll play that slot a little bit there, Bills, but hey, whatever y'all want to do. How about Spencer Rattler? Because David Carr's going to be out for a little while. I never thought I'd have Spencer Rattler on a waiver wire or even in any of my NFL books, because I used to watch him on QB1 on Netflix, and he was an asshole. Since the Bears defense is out, how about the Chargers versus the Cardinals? Bengals? Who my Colts got? The Colts defense, because they got the Dolphins. I'll put that down there so I don't remember. I hear you. But Dylan, I hope that answers your question. That's it for waiver wire for week 7, people. We're at week 7, man. I hope you guys got your fantasy football teams locked in, because we're coming up on our playoffs for fantasy football. Please like, share, and subscribe. Follow me on X, aka Twitter, which is Girls Advice and Views of Fantasy Football. Peace.